Hello everyone, apologies for, the latest we've started a stream in a very long time. Unfortunately, when you decide to start a stream and you don't have two-factor authentication when the token runs out, and the person who you need to log in on said two-factor to start the stream is upstairs, it takes a bit of time to communicate that and get that sorted. So,
extremely safe though.
Yeah, of course.
Do recommend two-factor authentication.
But yeah, that was essentially what happened. So apologies for that. The PC crashed, we got it working, and we went to go live and it was like two-factor authenticator. I was like, okay, fair enough. So yeah, apologies for that. So yes, we are here. I'm going to kick this off straight away with a couple of things right off the bat. The Weapon Diversity and Banking Improvements beta was originally meant to go live literally this afternoon. However, we ran into an issue about an hour ago. We did fix it, but it would have meant us launching at 5 o'clock, so 10 minutes ago. And we'd all be going home in about an hour. That isn't enough time really to monitor the updates as well as do any fixes to come up. So if something breaks, we're not in the office to fix it. So we're going to push it to tomorrow morning. It's not a big deal. You guys can wait a couple more. Well, I said a couple more hours. You know, until the next morning. We shelved
today's release.
Stop with it.
And we're putting it out tomorrow.
You just is this how you're going to take it? Is it?
I'm setting the tone. Keep going, man. Be a pro.
Yeah, I'm being a pro. It's fine. I'll just smile and then carry on.
Just wince.
So it's been obviously a while since we had a general sofa couch Q&A. It's been a long time, so what better way? Sofa couch.
Sofa couch. Is that a sofa on a couch? Are we getting to Lego movie territory? That's awesome.
I'm glad you invited us.
I have missed this. Oh man, have I missed this. So without further ado, to fill out the couch from left to right, Mod Raven, Mod Osborne, and Mod Timbo. So we have...
You need this to sit on.
Oh, for God's sake. Is this
You called somebody today. You called somebody called Malarkey, which I think is so lovely. The thing is, you do it in adorable ways, and that's why we love you.
We've been live for 3 minutes, and literally we've thrown everything at me. Last week.
Oh, was it last week? Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, it was a week. Last week, literally last Tuesday, so technically still true, I guess.
Yeah, that'll work.
So I guess your statement still counts. So without further ado, it's going to be one of those streams, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned, of course, we launched some skill off at the Lumbridge Crater. You can go check it out. I believe cooking was the first skill eliminated from the skills that we currently have left. So, of course, do check that out. And of course, just to get it out of the way, we do have the month ahead coming out this week as well. That'll be on Friday. With this wonderful man here on you, not him.
It's true. It is
First
true.
I've heard of it.
It's true.
So the month ahead will be on this Friday as well, so definitely keep an eye out for that as Mod Osborne takes you through the month of August and what we have coming up for that. So let's jump into it. I think the best way to start it off is with what we announced last week, which was at the time we posted them, initial upcoming changes to player on farm.
Oh, right, yes.
So we made that post. We've seen obviously a lot of feedback come in from there. So where are we at right now when it comes to that?
So I'm not going to give any numbers out, but we are looking at changing how the nerf operates. We put out what we had planned at the original time, which was the harshest we were looking at going, to get a sense of, what level of feedback players were happy with, level of nerf rather, because we'd had a lot of back and forth from players, both in Reddit, Twitter, Twitch, face-to-face, about the farm, and so we wanted to try and bring it in line. So we've seen what doesn't work, we've seen where the real sticking points are, and we've readjusted some of those numbers and adjusted how to put it, like the way some of them work. So we won't be seeing those exact same things. A lot of the issues have been addressed, but we're currently playtesting it internally. We've got a number of people who are playing it as players would play it to get a sense of how it feels, get a sense of we're already looking at changes based on the existing changes already. So
we're not in a place to announce anything yet?
We're not in a place to announce it just yet. We'll hopefully.
So if we're in fifth gear with the changes we're making, are we going down to a...
I feel like
third.
I understand your logic there. I do feel like
you've got a sense of how much it's pulling back.
We kind of.
Oh, I see.
We kind of shotgunned like everything at them in one go, and and at that time, as we mentioned in the post, we were still looking through those changes. So maybe if we didn't mention numbers initially when we looked at it, maybe in retrospect anyway. But
we announced the biggest, hardest nerf bit we're going to do. We're already expecting to pull some of that back.
Yeah.
Which is probably where some of the frustration came from, because some of it was really very harsh. But we're pulling some of that. One of the things that we're looking at potentially doing, though, is changing some of the other factors around, but increasing how much the XP is reduced by is a possibility. But countering that by removing some of the other parts of the nerf.
So maybe trying to retain that core feeling.
Yeah, we want to make it feel the same, still feel as fun, still feel good, but bring the OP nature of it down somewhat.
Yeah, because it seems like the majority of people were in agreement that nerf was needed. It's just maybe not in certain directions.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing at the moment.
Cool. And obviously, when it comes to questions in regards to that, by all means, put them in chat. We'll try and answer, obviously, what we can in regards to anything we talked about during the stream as well.
Not the numbers just yet.
Yes. So again,
not going to go through specific numbers.
So timeline, I guess, is we need to see how everything goes in the tests, and obviously, once we confirm what we want to do number-wise, I guess we can present it.
Yes.
Cool. That'll be the plan for that one. But obviously, as a quick summary, as Raymond said, some of the stuff will be pulled back a little bit. As to specifically what that is, you'll find out when we have those new details for you. So as we mentioned in our social in the run up to the stream, it's going to be a general Q&A. This literally means we will get questions from all corners and areas of the game. So I don't know what we're going to get from answer wise. It's going to be very interesting. So we're going to just pretty much rattle off what we've gathered from Reddit, Twitter, and everywhere else, and then we'll just go for it. So first of all, do you plan on adding more achievement capes unrelated to comp, for example, a 120 max cape, 200 million XP capes, achievement cape, Reaper cape, etc.?
Not at the moment. No plans at the moment to do any more achievement capes, though the whole of the comp cape rework meant that we could look at capes again as a viable reward space. So I think you'll probably find we'll look at combat capes, or sorry, at least capes that have additional bonuses.
Yeah, capes that drop from monsters and bosses, and
that's probably where we'll go first. We're still kind of filling things out, but we're going to see more updates coming out with achievements now, which is good. But that was the main aim. So yeah, there's that.
Awesome. I mean, I feel like it kind of came up a little bit, obviously, because we showed all the different variety of capes, obviously, from the comp cape.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting that little taste and then it being taken away. That's the worst. So I do completely appreciate that.
That's fair enough. And is there any plans on completing the unfinished areas and story in the Ark?
I reckon that was 90% of the reason that question was asked.
Probably. Probably.
I think, in all likelihood, I think the next time you'd see more story is probably from ports.
Okay.
But we have soon, August, annual survey coming out. Yeah.
I love the annual survey. I love it. Your favourite thing, isn't it?
Oh man, I'm such a fan of the annual survey. It's where we get to like show our wares, just like put them in plain sight for everybody to see.
Put in your ideas.
Not necessarily just my ideas. Like there are other people's ideas. I can't remember them.
But not some of the best ones. Thanks, Dave. Just saying. Grandmaster Quest just going off.
Oh, Grandmaster Quest. Are you saying it now so it has to go in the survey? Yep. That is a scummy move.
No.
Like he didn't make the cut and now he's saying it live.
Yeah, but if he gets the chat on his side now, or is it going to
So it's a Grandmaster Quest. So you can probably,
for God's sake. Okay, really? Are we really going with that?
Stir Quest.
Grandmaster Quest.
Stir Quest.
Yes.
I think that's a level of pun too far, even for RuneScape. I love it. But yeah, so what is it? Oh, go on.
I mean, this is mostly just having fun, but this is the very important Granny Potterington / a bunch of other old ladies from RuneScape Quest. Just going off on adventures together.
I mean, I don't know how that didn't make the cut.
if you go with like a Granny Potterington, like Bonnie and Clyde style.
Yes. Oh my God! Wait, seriously, how did that not make the cut? Honestly,
Thelma and Louise. Yeah.
I don't know. That was some kind of quality bar, but but what we're doing is like putting, like 50 to 60. I'm joking. Very fiery today. But there's 50 to 60 updates, and some of them are pretty damn good, and we're really excited about them. So we're going to see if people vote on them. Also do some questions about, some stuff like 120s and various other things that get us quite excited.
And I presume the usual annual survey result at RuneFest.
Yeah, exactly. At RuneFest or maybe at live streams post, just before that. Wait, what was the question? unfinished areas in the Ark. Yes.
Yeah, we finally got there.
So yeah, kind of a ports expansion and a very specific kind of ports expansion as well. That it's really, I'm just going to say it. Why not? Let's do it. But like kind of bath escapes, player and bath escapes. So the idea of, hey, we're fed up of doing voyages above the sea. Why don't we go under it? So exploring kind of underneath the Ark and things like that. So that could be quite cool.
Cool.
Because obviously everybody wants a bath escape.
It's a very rolls off the tongue.
I'm not saying it. No. Honestly, I've never tried to pronounce the word.
Yeah, you make it into a curse word somehow. Anyway.
Funny. I've missed this, haven't we? Is there any skill/combat skill soon or coming soon?
What like a new skill?
Yeah, just a new skill.
Nothing
Like that. I mean, I presume that could fall under reworks, anything like that as well. Presumably, I consider reworks to be new in that sense as well.
I think the ideal time to talk about skill and announce a skill is in the couple of months before RuneFest. I feel that is generally the best time to do it. So here we go. No, we're not going to do it. We're going to, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Tune into RuneFest.
Virago or Raxor quests, Virago, Telos and Solak origin story quests, anything like that? I mean,
It's on the annual survey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a few things we haven't included because we've polled them so often. So we tried to pull them off. Get them off the survey, like rite of passage. I'm sorry. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean
now
it's
you've
not
delayed it. You know how it goes. You say it, you delay it. You say the word, you delay it.
We're on
That's how it works.
2075 now. So.
But an Origin of Virago quest has been pulled a couple of times, so we're going to leave that for the moment. We've got a nice idea for, like I'm a fan of the film Predator, who isn't? And the idea of you and a crack team of vampires going into a Raxor's lair for a reason seemed like really good. So that's one of the options for the quests in there. And I can't remember if Solak Origin or Solak Merithial quest is on there. I can't remember if it made the cut. So we'll see.
Coming from Virago as a quest idea came from Game Jam years ago, didn't it?
It's actually written. It's completely
okay.
written. And 1/3 of it done and developed. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's got art assets or tested.
Yeah.
That still means it's roughly 25% of the way through the development. So, I think, like revisiting it, it's got a really weird, humorous tone through it, which is not what you'd expect from Virago. So I think that's probably something I need to do because I helped write that.
Cool. Is there any interest in updating the game engine sometime in the future? That's obviously a very open-ended question in that sense, but I mean...
Is there any interest in updating the game engine? Is a really word.
Definitely
interest.
It's
We'd be very
literally quoted
interested.
word for word. So I'm going to presume it means, is there any particular updates of interest coming up to the game engine in the future?
One of my favourite parts of my job is people from platform, tech, game engine pitching the things that they'd like to do in the game engine. So you get these kind of hacky, but really kind of fantastic dreams of what RuneScape could be, just shown to you on a tablet or PC, and it's so I think the interest is definitely there, but each of those individual jobs could be huge.
Huge, yeah.
I mean, NXT itself was, I can't remember how much it was. It was 2 years, I think.
NXT was 3 and a bit.
Or was it 3 and a bit?
3 and a bit, yeah.
So, again, right time to announce it. It's not quite yet.
I mean, if we're looking at engine-esque stuff, I mean, obviously players have seen us use it in videos and imagery on social, like Death of Field. Like, that is a thing in the engine. It's just a matter of getting it to the players so they can use it in some way.
Yeah.
Which obviously, I personally would think would be awesome for content creators to use in their videos or screenshots.
A bit of a passion of yours, isn't it?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love stuff like that. Are there any graphical reworks areas, for example, Sears Village and Camelot, for example, either in planning or production currently?
Yeah.
Lot giant meteorite gone.
I mean, that was one of the pictures that didn't make the survey.
Completely obliterated. That didn't make the survey either.
So
why didn't that make the survey?
Mod Raven suggested a Camelot disaster quest.
I guarantee you, every one of them would say do it, and then I have to question why that wasn't on the survey.
I just like the legend of Sir Arthur. King Arthur ends with a meteor.
Do it. There you go. Look at that.
All right, I'm putting it in there. So, Grandmasters, it's your fault. The survey's just become really long now. But
wait, there's already 60 options. Adding an additional does not make it any longer. Well, it makes it longer, but not massively.
I think the general public is just going to look at Grandmaster Quest and kind of like, what are they smoking? What's going on here? Anyway, in terms of rework, so a little story. Sears Village rework. Like the problem was, so the environment artist who got like halfway through the Sears Village rework kind of got taken to do deep sea fishing. Came back to find that we had raised the quality bar for environment work, and we'd also got new tools for doing environment work. So long and short of it is
start from scratch.
Yeah, exactly. We would have to start from scratch. So I know that a lot of people saw all the development work that was done and going like, well, why not just do it? That's what's stopping it. But we do want to do reworks. In fact, we found it in the annual survey, you'll see it, but a lovely way of making graphical reworks more valuable. Because for a lot of people, you go see like, oh, something's been reworked, that's nice, and they kind of go somewhere else.
So a way of getting them to go look at it.
The idea.
Who seriously is looking at Sears Village?
Exactly.
Once they've done the quests around the area.
But yeah, you know, it's still important for the modernisation of the game and new players and all this.
There's a new way, a new elemental workshop. There you go. That'll pull people there.
Oh no! Don't get the Elemental Workshop crowd on me again.
That's the best. There we go. How about that?
Or
That gets
Doctor
people to
Alone.
see us.
Yeah. So I just love the polarization in the chat there. It's just no, yes.
You just say it and then you just get polarizing reaction. Yeah, literally. Straight off
What
the
we
bat.
need is Elemental Workshop 3's puzzle, but in 3D, like as in stacked on top of
Holy
each other. I mean,
Yeah.
if we can work that out. Anyway, what am I trying to say? The idea of a Varrock remaster, the idea of this being like, Varrock would be reworked, but then we make it explorable in the same way that Land Out of Time is fun to explore. Varrock would suddenly be very familiar, the layout would be the same, but there'd be doors, dungeons, people, quests,
Mini swell
achievements,
stories and stuff, yeah.
task sets, so many other things that make it like I feel like I'm in the new place again. Basically get that feeling of Dimension of Disaster, but I almost said damned there. A Dimension of Disaster, but in Varrock proper, which I think is really nice, and I think we could do that. The idea of Karamja remastered is also in there, which I think would be spot on. I'd love that.
Actually, that was one of the things in Game Jam as well, if I recall correctly. There was little tidbits of a Karamja graphical rework, if I recall. I think it was like 2017.
Yeah, Mojo did some trees, I remember.
I mean, if Land Out of Time's graphical quality is anything to go by, I'm very excited to see what else we do. I mean, and obviously Dig Site as well that came with it. Dig Site looks absolutely gorgeous now, but Land Out of Time is absolutely stunning. So
Imagine that on Varrock, and the idea. I mean, Varrock I've always seen as kind of a sprawling, you know, like multi-terraced. I can imagine it going really high, but we don't really do much of that in RuneScape, but we can now. The idea of it being a bit of a squalor, it's quite cool.
cool. Are you guys happy about the Comcape rework, considering you went in to overhaul the way it works?
I don't think anybody's ever completely happy with an update as it goes. But the moment
I think it's one of the most divisive topics. We've ever been a part of.
So the whenever you open something up to various forms of feedback, not only from players but also stakeholders and various things, as soon as you do that, things might change, and things did change in the end. But the thing that I wanted, like top of the list, was I'd love for every update we produce to be unafraid of adding requirements and achievements, and we've got that.
I think that's true, yeah.
So I'm super happy about that, and it's not the end of that story. There might be, as the first question that you said about the additional capes, might well revisit that if we feel a bit more comfortable with it. But
yeah,
I mean, if we go back to divisive topics, like I remember I had shared the story from Mod Mark when obviously it was way before my time, but there was an update that came out for RuneScape which was, we're giving everyone 50 more bank slots. You think everyone would be so happy with it? There was a certain group of players who did ZMI back in the day where they forced themselves to have a full bank so they could do it in a certain way, and they hated it. So even something like giving everyone free bank slots, not 100% people love that.
Definitely not pinning blame on Comcape changing on the players. That's all. I don't want to put it in that category, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Absolutely blows my mind. Like because you'd assume straight off the bat, free bank space is a win-win for everyone, but even then, some people were like, nope. I didn't want it. It's crazy. It's more of a question for Ramen, but when can we expect Solak changes with his HP scaling so you can do 5-man without being punished? Ramen mentioned it, and I am just wondering. So I guess the question is, has there been any talks of it, I guess?
Do you know anything?
It's, I know he's working on it in his spare time.
Okay.
But there's no official production or any official development on it. It's whenever he gets chances to do it himself and get someone lucky QA to test it. But yeah, that's as far as I know. But Ramen can be in the chat. I don't know if he's watching, but
yeah, Ramen may be lurking as per usual. So I'm sure he'll jump in some way. Can we get a make X option for smithing? Presumably this is so you don't have to right-click the anvil, open, create, open, create, open, create. And I'm pretty sure, if memory serves me correctly, Shogun said it is not. I don't think he's able to do it because of
it's
how
not technically possible.
Yeah, how the smithing works, right? Which is unfortunate. But it means you can get good at your right-clicking skills, right-click space and all that, right?
Is that just a chunk of work, or is it technically?
Technically, it's
really?
the way the objects are made.
Okay, all right.
Oh, of course, because they're all individually generated. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, will we be getting a rare item? Rare token store or oddman store refresh anytime soon?
Guys upstairs are working on Ordnance Store.
Okay.
So there are going to be some changes soon, including some changes to the shop stock. But that's all we've got at the moment. So that's what I got given to tell.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do we see adding object pets into the pet interface still on the table? Mohawk did some in-game jam, if I recall, a couple of years back. Some like the Phoenix pet egglings were added and a couple other ones, but I guess are we going to do the other ones as well at any point?
It's not a high priority for us.
Yeah.
But like, it's definitely something that the Ninja team can keep going.
Yeah.
Chipping away at when they have time.
There's nothing design-wise or anything holding that back. It's just, let's get round to it.
Yeah.
Cool. So specific land out of time questions. Do you have that image ready, John?
I actually do.
Awesome. Okay.
Ooh.
So
Data stream.
this question, which was, do we have clarifications on current task weightings for Laniakea? Well, Mod Ramen said, let's just release them. So I tweeted out just before the stream went live, if you haven't seen it already, but we'll show it on stream as well. So it's going to be hard to see. There's a lot.
Jeez.
So you have Laniakea, Kuradel, and Movran. By all means, pause the stream, zoom in, or go look at my tweet and download the images and zoom in and yada yada yada.
Care on her own afterwards.
You got Laniakea on their own afterwards. Can we? Yeah. So we'll have a look at that. Can we go to Laniakea afterwards? If that's okay.
Yeah.
So that's that. There's a lot to digest there, for sure. Let's go to Laniakea now, so everyone can have a bit of a zoom in. Oh, nice. That's some excellent editing. That's way better than my edit, I'll tell you that much. No, that's much better. No, that's better.
Actually, how can that be worse? What did you do, Shawnee?
Well, he's just compressed them onto panels. It's smarter. Anyway, I just made them one image because I'm complicated like that. But yeah, that's Laniakea's weightings. So yes, we have released them, and there they are for your pleasure. I mean, the initial comments on that, I mean, kind of confirms everything that I thought anyway in regards to that, based on my Slayer task for. But you know, players wanted to see it, and
There it is.
There you go. It's pretty cool to do.
Are there any plans to amend it at all, or are we in a good place?
Not changing the actual weightings, but I know that the guys are looking at changing Laniakea's list
Right.
to
Okay.
remove some of the least popular tasks.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
will in turn make them more common, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, the actual weightings aren't looking to change right now.
Cool. There we go. I just lost my trail of list there. Are there any plans for workers on Anachronia post Tier 3 all structures, like with Ports and Ancient Bones? So what will be the use of workers after we build everything on the base camp, I guess, is the question here.
Give them a break.
A base camp expansion is on the annual survey.
Okay.
So we do like the idea of going further with it. Yeah.
But yeah, there's no plans for a post everything complete plan with your workers. They're just going to have a break and explore the island themselves.
Yeah.
It's fair.
And those resources might have a use in future.
Yeah, it's not to say if you like bulk save them in some way, and then obviously, you know, you may as well, when you're done with everything, just hit the cap on everything, and that way then you're good to go for if anything comes out and you want to use them. When can we expect a continuation of Desperate Times?
At some point.
Man.
Design has been written up.
So good.
Someone's looking at. I think Mod Jack is doing some of the writing at the moment. But beyond that, I don't know the planned release.
I know the people have already guessed the title.
I mean, it's such a difficult title to guess. It's not at all obvious and very unsubtly planned.
Yeah. But we're gonna.
It is in production, right? That's
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
that's
say
it. That's it. Sorry, we can't say more. It's one of those things with stories.
Yeah.
How do you promote quests? It's really annoying.
Yeah, not without having to like completely
Lie.
ruin it. Unlie,
Yeah, I try lying quite a bit, but but we got
just admit that. That's,
I mean, that's what Marvel did in their trailers.
Oh yeah, this is true.
They just lied about things.
Try it at RuneFest. I felt so bad saying Menopause isn't coming out, but I think we did it recently
did
with
you do
Fossil
that?
Island as well. Oh, that was on RuneFest. That was on RuneFest
goodness.
day itself. But yeah, we're going to be talking more about the quests in both oh, actually, we can't reveal in 2 sessions at RuneFest. Just realised that.
Good save.
Yeah. Haven't actually revealed the schedule.
No, it's not Desperate Housewives, people.
Desperate House. Yes.
That would be great.
Desperate Dan.
You just start the quest and it just plays the whole series of Desperate Housewives. But in the 2D cutscenes.
Oh, once
I like
more
it.
favour, but with a little additional Terry Hatchet. I love it.
Terry Hatchet.
Oh, goodness me.
Oh, going back a bit now.
Oh, I totally want to do that as an Easter egg now.
Well, the entirety of Desperate Housewives in the game.
Or maybe just like a couple of screenshots.
Oh, right, I was about to say. We might be in trouble, I think.
Yeah, if we do the whole thing, but a couple of screenshots, we might be alright.
Yeah. We're so topical.
I love how you're trying to find.
Female characters in RuneScape.
Yes.
That's what
I do love how you try to find that middle ground between, are we going too far in regards to the legalities here, or do we just do it with a couple panels?
Yeah.
I love how we've just gotten into this conversation on it.
I think if one of the dinosaurs can be called Terry Hatcher,
Oh, shit.
or just Terry, I'll be happy.
Oh, Terry.
That will do.
Missed having you on stream.
We've got
Dave.
Barry as a dragon, right?
Yeah, Barry the Dragon.
Barry the Destroyer, isn't it? I think
Barry
it's
the Destroyer.
his actual
God
name.
bless you, Mod Stew. I love you.
Are there any plans to slightly improve the big game hunter experience rates? Since it's by far the most intensive training method for hunter, yet almost half the XP an hour with perfect runs compared to ornate turtles.
Hey, Balancer.
We're looking at everything to do with land out of time.
Okay. So like a blanket look.
Something because it's recent content. We're keeping an eye on things. There are no immediate plans to change them, but as with anything, like that can change instantly, pretty quickly.
Okay. Will we be getting a collection/drop log for Big Game Hunter? Probably be a moderator question, I imagine. Maybe could try and get him to tweet something out as a reply to that. I'll see what I can do. Let me leave a note on that. See if I can chase.
We don't know. We know there's nothing in the plans right now, but it doesn't mean.
As a note on the annual survey, because this is going to be my mantra throughout the whole thing.
What's this like?
Slayer drop log.
The fifth plug now, I think it is, of the annual survey. I love it. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Slayer drop log.
Slayer drop log is on there.
So presumably, is it clarified or is it just called Slayer drop log?
It's clarified. So there's more detail in there as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
What would you want from a Slayer drop log?
Well, the Slayers that are on the quick chats.
Yeah.
I.e. the ones that my kills are already tracked on for the collection.
All the rare
for
drops.
them.
Yeah.
So not like your common drop, for the rare drops. And
Okay,
stuff like that.
all right.
Getting a D-chain from Dust Devils.
Like all the
Yeah,
air,
but you could do that.
Never going to happen.
all the area drops and stuff like that.
The whole rare drop table on
Okay.
each.
That'd be.
Oh, the whole rare drop table. Wow.
Rare drop table collection.
Do we
It's never. gonna
question
happen.
actually? So
Keep
let's-
hitting my mic. Sorry.
Let's go on annual survey while we're at it. So whenever we decide to release it, do we see ourselves going over the survey either when it's released or just before it releases, so players know what's coming up?
Oh, with the
with
the
the
actual
survey.
content of it.
Yes.
Yeah. The plan is to do a wee blog at the same time. A wee blog, video blog no less. Get to see some
A vlog?
faces.
A
Vlog, I think they call it.
The modern YouTubers call it.
Those dang millennials. Yes, we're going to do that. I'm going to try to persuade Mod Timbo to join me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can come along.
So we'll have.
Did he know, or did you just?
No, this is me asking him. Like, genuinely. This isn't top bants. This is genuine. Like,
Yeah.
I want him on the sofa with me.
Yeah, I'll come. Let's go.
There you go. All right, awesome. So I just wanted to get that away. I just got a message on my pad saying moderator is away at the moment, so we'll have to chase up on that one
That's a shame.
in regards to the question. And again, this is probably a question for moderator as well, which is any plans to add new rewards to the Hunter Mark shop?
Not in the immediate future, but it's a place we can add things in the future.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing right now, but definitely maybe in the future.
Definitely, maybe.
Bit of a oasis in there.
Nah, that's all. That's just literally how I summarize things. To be fair, I always say one thing then another on top of it, like with couch sofa.
Like sofa couch.
Yeah, sofa. Yeah, precisely. Let's look at general question. Actually, let's look for some questions from the chat, so we can clear them out of the way and then get a few more.
What do you mean clear them out the way?
So we can
They're the
clear
highest priority.
chat questions out of the way, and then we can get more on here.
Good save.
Don't make it sound like I'm a villain here. Can you make the Dungeoneering hole from Summer Skill off permanent?
No,
Cool.
because it's not. It's temporary content.
It is not how you. Yeah. It's not in line with.
That's
the
not how we
Dungeoneering.
intend you to train dungeoneering all the time.
And-
It's a temporary thing.
Any update on the Ripper Demon pet?
No.
No, we don't. No.
I know someone.
It's reminded
I know someone in the chat though who might be able to say something. Which is, I know he's in the chat. I've
What,
seen him
Moshogun?
typing. Yeah, he's in there. I've seen him typing. He can't get away from this now. He's listening to
We
the
haven't got a
stream.
model
Okay.
for Nipper Pet, right? Do we?
The Nipper Pat, yeah. There he is. Here we go.
Nipper
Ask
Demon.
him. Everyone tag at Jagged Shogun. Have fun with that, Shogun. I'm moving on. Unless you wanted to add something.
No,
I
not
thought
at
you
all.
were going to say something.
Unusually.
And we're going to get player model updates that look similar to the new characters.
Oh my. I mean, this is like on a personal top 3 list of things that I'd love, but I don't think we can underestimate just how much of a job that is. Yeah, let's leave it there.
It's definitely a desire of ours to increase the quality to the point of Lanakea and Merrifield.
Yeah, exactly. But then you've got the diversity of players, and then you've also got the armor sets that go on top of that.
Everyone's tagged him so much, he's had to copy and paste the same reply just to make sure people see it. Classic. Oh man, and there's Ramen as well. So if you have any questions for Ramen, then fire away.
Did someone say Bay and Bay?
I'm not sure what the context of this question is, but is it... oh no, sorry, that's general questions. We'll get to that in a minute. Is there any plan for construction rework / improvements from the chat?
There's a bit more detail about how we might do a construction rework in the annual survey.
Okay.
But I think if there was any update that I think the team would want to do most, I think it would be a construction rework. So yeah, the appetite is well there. It's just not in the same league as player models, but it is massive because we decided to produce one of the most fullest skills on launch and then still added to it, immediately after launch as well. It is a lot of work. But hey, like the game needs it, right?
I mean, especially working with a system from 2006, right? It's
naughty.
obviously, time has gone on.
Naughty.
Naughty.
As in with a K.
K-N-O-T-T-Y.
I'm deliberately not saying another idiom.
Oh, geez. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
Tangled web.
It is, exactly.
I see what we're
Like
doing
matted
here.
flour.
like a ball of wires.
So, obviously we have the summer event ongoing at the moment, but was there a reason why we didn't do the beach summer party this year?
Yeah, I think that we were getting to the point, we relaunched it a few years on the trot, and we hadn't really reworked it. And it was a case of, we could relaunch it, we planned to do other things basically. We had weapon diversity, we had banned placeholders, got a lot of things on our plate. So we could have just put it back out there, but I think the general gist was community would have called us on it, and rightly so, and said, no, that's lazy, you need to do something else there.
It's a bit tired now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
What was it, 3 years of, we added 1 or 2 new things every year and that was it, but the rest stayed as it were,
Yeah.
I think it was.
We contemplated polling it at one point, like, would you accept the beach if it didn't have any work done to it? But I feel like that's just shifting the blame to the community rather than actually taking the initiative ourselves. So if we're going to do the beach again, which may well happen, we'd like to do something new with it.
Okay. But we have replaced some of the XP gain things from like the build a barge, some of skill off.
Yeah. Can I reveal, am I allowed to tell a little story?
Yeah.
Have I got time?
We have time.
So the wonderful Valkyries did put together a brief for a kind of a change to the beach. It was called Jurassic's Park. Jurassic's being a druid. It's obviously a nice tie into Land Out of Time, and there's all these kind of, because they've never seen dinosaurs, they're kind of their interpretations of dinosaurs. So there's like terror birds that have done up as derpy raptors.
Oh, Jesus.
And what was it? Triceratops kind of hoopla, that kind of thing. It was really nice, but again, it was just a case of, do we really want to spend about a quest and a half's budget on a temporary piece of content? So we kind of came to our senses and didn't. Who knows, it might see the light of day.
It's fair enough. A shame, but obviously fair enough.
Yeah. If Mod Campfire's got anything to say about it.
Yeah. So good. It was so good.
I imagine this kind of ties in with the annual survey, it wouldn't surprise me, but will you ever make a comprehensive collection log like Old School has, which has Slayer tracking and so on and so forth? So I imagine kind of like that tie-in with the annual survey.
Yeah.
It has mini games as well, if I recall.
Yeah, they've done some really good work there. I think gotta love a collection log. Like I think we surveyed in 2017 best updates, and like boss collection log was way up there.
Yep.
Yeah, I can imagine that's kind of moving towards a centralised one. Would you play it?
Yeah,
Would
absolutely.
you use it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a centralised where you can see all my collections in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not excellent at finishing collection logs. I've only got 1 collection log finished in everything I've done in RuneScape.
Oh right,
And
what went wrong?
What was that?
Well, it's just tell us. That's
Is it?
That's the only one I've
That's
done.
not a bad collection
It's
log.
not a bad one to have, but I mean, it's
Good
the
work,
only
Sam.
one I've not done. Sorry, it's the only one I've done. I would like
Yeah.
to do more, but it's just the way it is. Because I don't like trying to get the rack stuff, personally. It just takes too long for me, but I prefer Tell Us over it. This isn't a question, but it's on the pad, so I'm just going to read it. It seems more like a suggestion to me, but you should make a new minigame that uses agility and engineering and Anachronia, where you get chased by raptors.
Ship it.
Have a go. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, it was just there. Wasn't really a question, but that's just the way it is. Can you guys release the totem piece chances?
Yes.
Yes,
I don't know enough by heart.
but yes.
Yeah, we can. As I've said to the Land Out of Time guys, they're happy. You can release all the drop rates and all the.
Would you wait for a kind of data stream of some kind, or would you?
I mean,
no.
I think the longer we wait, I don't think we need to wait on this one in this scenario.
Right.
Personally, I think it'd be better just getting it done and appeasing people to knowing how lucky / unlucky they are. If I recall, someone did 300 plus big game hunter kills without any totem pieces whatsoever, which I'm pretty sure is very unlucky. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But stuff like that, I think it'd be nice to do. And if Timbo says yes, then yeah, let's do it. Why not? All right, let's go to some general questions. What we got? Who is on the Skilling Council, and can their function be introduced one day?
Do I have to remember all the mod names for everyone in the Skilling Council now?
Yes. Otherwise, they're going to come up to you after this stream.
Oh God. Well,
Angry.
it's a selection of JMods who like skilling.
It's slightly more than that, but
Yeah, basically the function of the Skilling Council is similar to the Combat Council, which is they are a collection of top skillers and skiller-focused JMods who have the skillers' thoughts and intentions at heart, and they will discuss changes to the game relating to skilling. So we discussed the player and farm nerf recently. The Skilling Council was the originator of where we should attack, what objectives do we want to get out of the nerf, what are we trying to change. And it's much like this Combat Council, everyone goes through the Skilling Council saying, hey, I want to do this. Is it a good idea? It's like Land Out of Time went through the Skilling Council with the big game hunter drops and that sort of thing. I don't want to list the JMods on it. I guess I could, but I don't remember all the mod names.
who are the high?
So there's me.
Yeah.
You're not on the Skilling Council, are you?
No, I stepped down to focus on the Law Council and /work.
Mod Saver and Moderator.
Mod Sova, Moderator, Mod Tomb,
Melee.
Mod Melee.
I think that's a good list. There's more. I can't remember our new man's.
Newmans.
Oh, yeah. Mod Weapon Diversity.
Yeah, Mod. That's really good.
I can't remember his mod name either.
Yeah, he developed Weapon Diversity.
I have no idea his mod name.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Skilling Council.
Mod weapon diversity.
We've got access to the back end. We can change this.
Yeah, I mean, by all means, if there an opportunity arises where we can kind of touch upon that, I think we should totally do it. But for now, I'm not sure.
I mean, if people are interested in the behind the scenes things, we could talk about all the councils we have.
Oh, actually, that
We
does
have the
remind me.
Skilling Council, Combat Council, Law Council, Balancing Council.
Now it's my turn to double check if I'm okay to say something. Screw it, and we'll be fine.
God, we're all going to say something risque.
No, it's fine. It's actually because we're talking about teams / councils. There is they want a poll to go out on RuneScape.com of which teams you'd like to meet, and we want to use an email to do it. So the email newsletters. So a way of kind of, here's this team.
Is that RuneFest related?
I'm not sure if it's per se RuneFest related, but just in the teams themselves.
Right.
Getting a bit more personal with the mods and stuff like that, which I think is really cool. So
How personal is personal?
that's not out of my. That's out of my my.
Okay, all right,
My
keep
area
going.
for that one. Yes, sir. Any updates on Stone Spirits? Nice and straight to it.
There are some mining and smithing changes in the works that will affect Stone Spirits.
Bam.
And their value.
And their value.
And then we're getting to specifics, obviously, when we know what we want to do, I imagine, or when we're at that point where it's closer.
But there'll be more. We're not removing them from drop tables or anything. They'll just be more valuable, so hopefully they'll go up in price.
Cool. I'm not sure the context of this question, so I don't even know this is a thing, but is it still possible to find a black pearl on Uncharted Isles?
Black Pearl. I think it might be one of the random.
I'm assuming it's like one of the rare washed ashore drops, I think.
Think so?
Yeah.
Didn't
I have
know
to look into that.
Didn't know that was a thing.
But yeah,
To be
it's like a large star because you get them from.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of like the stars randomly dropping right on the beach and stuff, like which is pretty rare.
You get what's that boss called? I don't remember. It's in there.
Oh, so I got a note on my pad, which is Black Pearl is probably a boat from the movie. No, it's an actual item in game for the person writing on my pad here. It's from Agaroth, used for bonus XP. Just to clarify to the person writing on my pad here.
There's no Jack
This is a
Sparrow
Pirates
involved.
of the Caribbean reference.
I just wanted to.
We need an unironic reference
clarify that one.
on the sofa just to point out our references. I like it.
Is there any updates on iOS beta / release, and presumably that refers to obviously Android and mobile progress as well?
Oh, I saw it today.
You saw it today?
Yeah. As in, yeah. I mean, it's.
But you saw
I saw it on an iOS device.
On an iOS.
On an iOS. Oh, damn it! I'm going to stop talking. Damn it. But yes, it obviously in the works.
More news at RuneFest? Question mark.
Well, that implies it's not coming up before. But yeah, work being done.
Can we receive previous Christmas / Halloween event rewards from RuneScape, like it was done with the Thanksgiving? So when it comes down to RuneScape, I have to ask. Well, you have to ask people if they're fine with it. I'm iffy about previous Christmas and Halloween awards because I feel like the whole prestige.
It's such a tetchy area. I think a lot of people do value.
I'm not a fan of giving people rewards from an event they didn't partake in.
Yep.
Which is ironic because some of the rewards I want, I didn't take part in the events for them.
And we have in select periods, like don't have to call us hypocrites on this. We have selectively pulled out some of them and launched them, but we don't want to make a wholesale thing of it.
We can say, I'm going to say no to that one, everyone, so you can all put down your pitch books, it's okay. Let's go more questions from the chat. Are we going to be freeing up display names again?
I have no idea.
No plans. No plans at the moment. No.
It's not a fun process, I know that much.
No, there's also the kind of, like mobile, it's going to be reasonably big. A lot of people are going to be coming back for their accounts, so it feels like an odd time to do it from my perspective, but no plans.
Can we really, we already answered that one. Are there any plans for a new end game boss?
I'll wait till RuneFest.
Fair enough. Kind of saved yourself in a way. And
kind of crashed
and then gave crashed and give a baseline answer, basically. And just a question, which is Laniaka's spear? Question mark.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't what I was expecting. Because obviously I think it was on the GE, and then we took it away from the GE from a update. But Laniaka's spear is in the game, but that's it. Laniaka's spear. Quick chat, if you really want to. And incredibly, wow, we smashed out a lot of questions. You guys have to keep questions coming, like by all means, we're trying to answer stuff. Someone said, can we get POF updates? We gave an update earlier on, but to clarify what Raymond
just
said.
Rewind. Finger in the tape.
Nice. Well, that was amazing. Oh my goodness. So yeah, quick TLDW about Player on Farm.
We've taken your feedback on board. We're looking at changes. The exact numbers I'm not going to talk about yet because we're playtesting them.
Bam. There you go. Will more examines be added to land out of time? It's a fair shout.
I thought the team were planning that. So I think the whenever you're adding examines, the problem is generally that it needs all to be localized, and that's what stopped getting us so many in towards launch. Obviously, that problem is kind of not so much there anymore. I thought the team were planning it.
I see you nailed your RuneFest theme face again there for a moment from the theme video where you have to make that where you made that face.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm so proud of that video.
I'm proud of that video too. To be honest, yeah.
You have got some untapped talent, sir.
Well, facial expressions.
Yeah, your facial expressions. Yeah.
Looking annoyed and all that stuff. Yeah, that's
and eating cereal with a fork.
Oh yeah, that's tough to do. But why? If you've not seen the RuneFest,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wow, we released it like 2 weeks ago now. The video which introduces the theme of RuneFest.
Oh, I've not seen that.
Do you know what the theme of RuneFest is?
No idea.
And our time in Fossil Island.
Sean,
That surprises me.
Yeah.
do you reckon we can use the video just to end the stream again? Because why not? If that's okay.
Find it.
Yeah, and then we can show Raven it as well while we're at it.
Oh,
See if I can find it.
Don't sound too
Alright.
sad. What?
nothing. Don't like watching myself.
But
Anyway.
we're about to release a month ahead on Friday, where
I
you're
know.
in there for multiple minutes.
I am a yes man. I say yes to things.
Well, I mean, if you didn't boot me off the month ahead stuff, we'd be fine, you know? You brought this on yourself. You did this to
Definitely
yourself.
rank there, didn't I? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. No, I mean, in all seriousness, I think the BTS videos, having you back in them, has that shine in a way that because you're not on streams as much anymore, obviously, because I'm busy and everything else. It's nice to have you on the BTS videos, so I think it's good to have
You're
that.
an absolute flirt, and I love you.
He says all this, but his eyes are filled with hate. So I just pointing this out there.
Don't antagonise.
He's kicking me under the table.
Can you change Silverhawks GE limit from 250 to 1,000 every 4 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Shogun, you're up there listening to the stream. Can you add that to the ninja spreadsheet then? There we go. Timber said yes. Let's do that. Job done. Is there any sorry, can we make HSR work on all boss chests?
Someone was looking at it. I don't know how to do it technically, but someone else does.
Oh, okay.
Is the question? Because I obviously did it with my game channel. I'm not a developer. But yeah, I know someone was doing it, but it requires like QA and stuff.
Oh man, is there a farming timer in the works that was suggested in 2017? They would be referring to Mod Easty's post, of course, way back when, where he had, of course, a proof of concept back, obviously when he did in Tap, which was a proof of concept of it.
He's done a bunch of work, but the current work is not compatible with something. I forget what it is at the moment, so it needs a bunch of work to fix it up. So no immediate plans, but it's still something that Easty's got on the back burner somewhere.
It's tough because he's upload manager and
it's not a small job.
No, it doesn't sound it.
It's fairly sizable, and it comes in with a bunch of other changes to farming that players will never see, but it's needed. So yeah, no immediate plans, but it's on the back burner. It's being looked at periodically.
Okay, sure, I'll ask this question. Would Jagex ever consider introducing mounts?
No.
there's so many problems with mounts.
Go get yourself a Terrorbird mount, job done.
If you can help us solve the two biggest problems with mounts,
Which are?
which is the game has been designed for 1x1 characters, which includes doors, and so many other agility courses and various other things.
We're enjoying one of the Vine Agility League courses, watching a mount trying to go across a little vine.
Go on, boy. It's like, you can do it. I believe in you. But the other one is that run speed is the fastest the player character can go. So as soon as you get on a mount, like, what do you want? What's your ideal that happens? Is it that you go at run speed? Or do you teleport somewhere? That's pretty much the only options you've got. I think a lot of people also want to fly when they hear about mounts, which has its own set of problems. But we need to develop this game again from the start.
The closest we got to flying in this game was the magic carpet on the way to Menopause, and that is it, as far as I'm aware. Where literally you can control where you go. But
is it Jack of Spades does that as well, right?
Yeah.
Is it Jack Spades does this as well?
Yeah, there's a free flying around.
There you go.
Yes.
On a carpet.
And I remember the testing for that, and I mean, naughty.
I think Mod Rowley hates that.
It's not a bad idea, this one, which is, can we have boss pets added to Big Game Hunter, please? So presumably mini pet versions of the dinos you're skinning.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Which I think would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's always... Okay, it's not as simple as just going...
I'm not sure. Yeah, shrink them and then the animations work just like that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't know if they'd be considered boss pets either. I know they have the boss health bar, but I guess that's...
I don't... Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice for skilling to have some top-end pets anyway.
So would you want just the smaller version dinosaurs or baby dinosaurs?
No, just a small version of those dinosaurs. Like, a smaller version of the Pavosaurus Rex would be awesome. Like, a little baby Pavosaur running around is pretty amazing
pretty
when you think about it.
It's pretty savage when you think about it. So I've just trapped and skinned your...
Oh my god, you skinned a dinosaur and you get a pet from it. It's actually, it's actually quite brutal when you think about it, isn't it?
Just looks at you like...
Oh god.
Baby just looks at you like, Mama?
Oh god.
I mean,
But with
we've
even
got
its
some
eyes.
horrific stuff in game already. Like, do you remember the baby troll? Originally, you could feed it the bones of its father, and its name was My Own Dad.
My Own Dad.
Oh, that's really nice. I'm glad we thought about those details.
Jeez. I actually, in a way, want the big game hunter thing to happen now. Wow. I don't know if that's a reflection on me as a person or not, but just, I don't know, the visualization of, oh, I've got a pet, and then you just have this dialogue
of you orphaning a
like you could have the pet. If you have the pet out, he could randomly say how many times you've killed his parents, like above his head and
really
stuff.
nice. Base camp
I
expansion
got a
for a
laugh
dino
when you want
orphanage.
something evil. Oh my god, here we go. Winning.
I love it.
There you go. I wasn't expecting that one. Can Iron Man get access to more loop beams? Not specific. Oh, I see. The loop beam customizations.
Oh, I see.
Because I thought it just meant more loop beamed items, but you know, I presume they mean the visuals. Which I know some events you couldn't get them as Iron Man. So, would it be possible to get them in some way? I guess.
If someone wants to add them back to Iron Man specific content, then you're sure. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
But we don't have any plans to. If someone wants to do it, they're welcome to.
You're noting all this, right?
Oh, good.
Chauvin's writing it all down upstairs.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Good lad.
I mean, okay. I think that falls under Ninja, so you can take that one, Shogun. Thank you. Some notes, obviously, as well, actually, because before we come towards the last couple of questions, man, an hour flies by so fast. We have RuneFest merch, which is available to buy for RuneFest 2019 ticket holders. If you want to buy that merch, I believe if you check the email you purchased your ticket on, you'll have a way to purchase the merch on there. I'm pretty sure it has been sent out now, or in fact, I am being told it's been sent. Sorry, is being sent later tonight at 7 or 8 o'clock. So tonight.
Get in here.
Tonight, you will expect an email to keep an eye out for that one. And of course, we have the Golden Gnome nominations revealed on Friday. The news post is at the top of RuneScape.com. You can go on there and vote for the nominations and who you think should win in each category. So by all means, please do that. And then, of course, it's last week to grab a 3 months membership for the price of 2 on Summer Special. And that'll end on the 4th of August. And you can check that out by doing ! Summer Special. In regards to that, though, I'm quite... I've got a quest question here for you, Raven. Let's do it. Any information about Gnome Final Quest / Arp of Sandra?
I want to say the summer survey. No.
We've polled it too many times.
That's a good point. Yeah.
There's a kind of a poll fatigue that we've reached.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel we know how much it's wanted, which is kind of that mid-table-ish.
It's one that people would like to tick off, but not one that people desperately want, as far as I can.
I feel like now we've launched, like we did Elf City, and then it was Menopause, and then effectively Fossil Island. I feel like we're getting towards the what's the next one that's going to bubble up? I've got my bets on Floor 61 as being the kind of that's the one I want, but I've been proven wrong countless times in the past.
Floor 61 is in between, because obviously the perception of some people is they're a bit jaded by dungeon. I think, but actually, let's do a question about what we think will be the last skill remaining in Summer Skill Off, out of curiosity. Like the last one left, because I think personally it's going to be Dungeoneering.
It's going to be agility.
I think it's agility, yeah.
I think it's going to be Dungeoneering.
People just love that loop.
The loop is awesome, but I honestly think Dungeoneering will be the last one at the end of this.
Okay, quid.
A quid? $5?
No, come on.
20?
Let's do it. 20. 20 and a full apology on stream.
Deal. Don't let me down, people. We have to run voting campaigns now.
Yeah.
So now this is whoever the players want to see to apologise on screen.
Right, I got my tweet ready.
Oh wait, we've just launched a whole new agility course. What am I doing? We'll see.
I've got my tweeting promotion campaigin ready now, so it's all good. It's fine.
If made you had to do it in a wig, it'd be even better.
Oh Jesus! Well, it's done now. It's over. But yeah, going back to, so you think Floor 61 is going to be the next thing that people are going to...
there's some that we've talked about in the past that could beat it, I suppose. You know, we've got Acheron, Vampirium, Infernus. Oh, I'm missing the obvious ones. What are the obvious ones? Tell me.
I mean, Rite of Passage.
Rite of Passage at Abaddon. So who knows what the new landmass?
Skull?
The skull. Yeah,
Skull,
of course. Yeah. The Ark. Could well be it.
Hashtag done for Shawnee. Yeah, there we go. There's my hashtag done.
Done for Shawnee.
We've somehow rigged this event.
You shook on it, so it's just the way it is.
You started it.
We'll wait and see. I'll be quite upset if we lose. Hashtag agility for the other guy.
Oh, I've been away so long, I've become the other guy.
All right, I think obviously we went live a little bit, so we've just run the stream a little bit over, obviously to try and make up to get us to the full hour, because obviously we were live a little bit late, but I think without further ado, we can get ready to wrap up, and we're actually you guys may have seen this already, which is the RuneFest theme announced. For some reason, this guy to my far left has not seen it for some bizarre reason, so we're going to entertain him by showing the video we made during the RuneFest theme announcements to end the stream. As always, of course, we'll fire out RuneScape at the end of the stream, which I'm quite good because I didn't leave my account logged in, so I can't get my base camp resource. And apart from that, I think that will do it. Next stream's coming up will be a RuneScape featured stream on Thursday from 12 p.m. game time with the RS guy, and then on Sunday, of course, is Lee's PVM stream, and that is at 6 p.m. game time. So those are your next streams for RuneScape for the week. And apart from that, we'll see how the rest of this week goes on for the summer skill off, and remember to vote Dungeoneering while you are at
What's
it.
that, agility?
Well. But
Or Hunter, why not?
Wow, yeah, what if it's one that...
Neither.
what if it's neither? Then what do we do?
You both apologise to the players.
Yeah.
For being wrong.
I'll tell you what, and we'll take a
douchebags.
tenner each.
You
Yeah, we'll take
no, but yeah.
Let's remember, so we'll
know
take
what?
20 each. Sold.
No, not taking 20 each.
That's fine. I mean, you said 20, so both of you have
I don't think this is how betting works.
Totally fine. All the players agree with me, right? We'll get 20 each, and
Of course they're going to agree with you. Oh, goodness me. But yeah, hopefully you've all enjoyed this. I have to realize I've missed doing these kind of streams, so yeah, I hope we do more of them for sure. It's been really good fun, and hopefully we've been able to answer as much as we can. And yes, they do agree, naturally. What a surprise.
And someone loves jam. I just noticed that and thought it was quite
So yeah, we'll get ready to wrap up. We'll play the video to end the stream, but apart from that, as always, take care everyone and have a good one.
Oops, wrong video.
Oh! John played the wrong video and you had to hold your face. It's fine, we're playing it off. We're good to go?
You know nothing, John.
Oh, we're good. Okay, go for it, John.
Morning.
Oh, look
How
at
are
him.
you, Sailor? How are you doing? Doing good. Can you pass the milk? That's all right, mate. I'm doing great. How'd the Lands Out of Time release go?
Well, the team absolutely nailed it, didn't they? And Song of the Elves, how's that going, dude?
Song of the Elves coming along great. Team's doing a great job. It's nearly out. It's going to be the biggest update yet.
Morning, Shawnee. Morning.
I think somebody's been up playing RuneScape all night.
No, I've been up all night planning for the RuneFest meeting this morning. I'll see you guys in there.
Oh, Mod Mohawk, thank God it's you. Right, I've got plans for RuneFest. They're all good, but I kind of want to hear yours.
Oh, well, I've actually prepared a little something.
Marvellous.
So, I was thinking that maybe we could recreate the Land Out of Time.
Awesome.
It'll be complete with giant dinosaurs and plants that try to eat you when you get too close to them, that kind of thing.
Excellent, keep
Yeah.
going.
We could have these dramatic areas of the island that players can explore in like bigger gaming areas so that the players can get hands on all of our content.
Oh, I love it.
And then, I'm not going to lie, I kind of miss the skill chip activities. So if we can get those back in, that would be amazing. And then I was thinking maybe some more panels, some more talks, more JMod meetups, and we should definitely announce something really big on stage, like, well, you know what I'm talking about. And then what about bigger art areas so that players can meet the creative teams as well? Yeah?
Okay.
Oh, and then I was thinking, right, this is the best idea. We should have an area for players to get hands-on with the latest build of RuneScape Mobile. Yeah? And an Oscars-style award ceremony the evening before for Golden Gnomes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the best idea ever, we should have golf.
Okay, mobile, gnomes. Wait. Golf?
Yeah, why not?
Mod Mohawk, Papa Dave, how
you,
you doing,
darling?
mate? You ready for this meeting?
Absolutely.
Any ideas?
Of course I do. RuneFest, the highlight of the year. I wouldn't just make it up as I go along.
Could you imagine?
Oh, Shawnee, which room is the RuneFest meeting in?
Sorry guys, it's tomorrow.